Okay, so if you're feeling completely lost, go back and watch the parameters video when we're doing functions and procedures, because the concept of this is very similar. So I'm not going to actually run any code here. I'm just explaining what's on the screen. So we've got a character class, right? And then when you see this def in it, with these are double underscores, by the way. So if I delete it, it's a 2 underscore job on either side. That's known as your constructor. Okay, now don't worry too much about self right now, because that will make more sense to you when we see the objects in action. But they start with self, and then they have as many attributes as you want to pass them. So what I'm going to say is I'm passing it name, role, power, health, and items being a data structure. I'm going to expect to pass it a list. Now this has got a default parameter. You can use default parameters as well. So remember, a default parameter just basically means if it doesn't pass anything, then it becomes this. Okay, so what I've then got is I'm saying this object. So if you imagine this is my factory that's going to make loads of characters. When it says self, that means I'm referring to just this object. So I'm going to say this character I'm currently making's name, self.name means this character I'm currently making's name is equal to the name that was passed. This character's role is equal to the role that was passed. This character's power is equal to the power that's passed. This character's health is equal to the health that was passed. This character's alive, which is like just another variable, is always going to be equal to true. All right, when you first create a character, we're going to assume they're alive. This character's bag is equal to empty. So it's by default always going to be empty at the start. But then what I'm doing here, look, is for item in items. If anything is passed up here, then I'm going to append it to the bag. So self.bag.append, and I'm going to append that item. Now this is an example of one constructor. The constructors will be completely different depending on what object you're making. This is a way of making characters with these sort of things. I think I was making an adventure game. So it's these sort of things that you might want for this situation. But other situations, it completely depends what you want. All right. But this is known, this first block is known as the constructor. And this where it says def underscore init, double underscore init, initialization, this will run when you first create an object. It will run this to build that object.